Check. Are we gonna get wrecked? Check. We're gonna get wrecked. Check. How's everybody doing today? Check. Are we gonna get wrecked? See after the intro. Let's go. Folks, welcome back to Surelysound Studio. My name is Martin. You can call me Marty. Let's turn the music down a little bit. And let's bring back AK. AK's in the house. There he is. There he is. Make yourself comfortable.
There we are.
Oh, are we going to get wrecked, folks? We're in a little trade ski here. Down a couple bucks. Already took one loss this morning. Actually getting eaten up in March. February was great, but March is tough so far. But that's the name of the game. You win some, you lose some. I'm still up, so we're good. Not a big deal. It's every time, it's like 4 steps forward and
one step back.
Yeah, 1 step back every now and again. It happens. But we're going to keep an eye on that. We got the limits set. We won't worry too much about that. We're going to talk about some threats to society quickly here before we get too far into the trading. Let's have a look at this video I wanted to show y'all. Let's see if this works. I'll put a little pause on this. And we are going to play this video.
Specifically about inflation. Are we mentioned?
Can we make it bigger?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, let's see. Old Charlie Munger, rest in peace. He's passed away now, but he is one of the best performing investors alongside
and the stock market is
Warren Buffett.
Down a bit this year. Maybe
Where's my toggle switch? I want to start from the beginning.
Because of inflation. Also the tensions in Russia and Ukraine. Maybe we'll get to
that. What's
mentioned inflation, Charlie, and the stock market is down a bit this year, maybe because of inflation.
Old, by the way.
Also the tensions in Russia and Ukraine. Maybe we'll get to that in a second. But I want to ask you specifically about inflation.
These are old guys, so we're gonna have to
a prolonged decline in the markets because of inflation? Is inflation on the rise?
Maybe it's just
and should we be concerned about it?
Inflation's on the rise.
Well, let me take that in the reverse order. Inflation is a very serious subject. You can argue it's the way democracies die.
There you go.
And democracy dies in Latin America.
Democracy dies from inflation. You hear that? Right straight from the dinosaur's mouth. He's been through it before. Listen to this again.
It's the way democracies die. When democracy dies... Well, let me take that in the reverse order. Inflation is a very serious subject. You can argue it's the way democracies die. When democracy dies in Latin America, inflation is a big part of it. So it's a huge danger. Once you've got a populace that learns it can vote itself money. If you overdo it too much, you ruin your civilization a lot. And so, of course, it's a big long-range danger. If you look at the Roman Republic, and even after they went to an empire with an absolute ruler, they inflated the currency steadily for hundreds of years, and eventually the whole damn Roman Empire collapsed. So it's the biggest long-range danger we have, probably, apart from nuclear war.
Is it something investors need to be worried about, specifically when it comes to growth stocks right now?
Well, I think the safe assumption for an investor is that over the next 100 years, the currency is going to zero. That's my working hypothesis.
Wow. Well, that'll be a different type of environment.
Wow, he says, wow.
Oh.
A very dangerous environment.
And what about
What brought in Hitler was the combination. What brought in Hitler was the combination of the Weimar inflation, where they utterly destroyed the savings of the middle class in Germany, followed by the Great Depression. It was a 1-2 punch. And Hitler came in, crazy demagogue, with 40% of the votes, and pretty soon we had a dictator hell-bent for world war. So the history is not pleasant. And Germany was a very advanced and civilized nation, the Germany that Hitler took over. I always say that the interesting thing about that was little Albert Einstein, a little Jewish boy, got his entire primary education with the insistence of the Catholic Church in Germany. Now that is a very civilized nation. So if you let your nation deteriorate too much, what you get is a Hitler. We proved it.
We proved it. He says we've proved it. So we got.
Mentioned inflation.
I mean,
the stock market is
I don't know what else to tell you, folks. We've been talking about it. Inflation is quite a big deal. Compared, like it's the beginning. It's what ruins everything. It's the beginning of the end. And once you have people fighting for value that is valueless, then people become valueless, and that is no good. Trust me, like I heard a story earlier this week about some people that were, it was somebody that I know couldn't believe the state of these people that they saw. Like, how do these people get like that? It's like, because so they're overweight, not looking very good, very not clean, probably haven't showered, I don't know, homeless, maybe not. If they are home, if they do have a home, it's small box. Like, this is what happens when your money is not hard. So these people, no matter what they do, are weak, I guess, soft. Like, they don't care because they probably don't have any money, don't understand money, and the money that they do have isn't doing anything for them. So whether they work harder or not, it's just getting to the point where they've basically given up. And that's because their currency is given up, okay? The currency debasement happened first. Oh, you have to understand this. This is the leading cause of all the problems. Everything from your terrible, tyrannical government to your homeless people on the side of the road. Everything in between has to do with currency debasement, and it is the root of all evil, is the root of all the problems.
Yeah, that's why they stopped having people trade in precious metals, or trading value for value, as in somebody will come build you something and you give them a service that they can't provide themselves that you can't, right? You trade labor, or you're trading some type of value that the people control, not somebody else. Like the money that we use is just
it's centralized.
Yeah, it's printed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to your printer and literally print the same stuff, and then they call it counterfeit.
But they do the same thing.
Exactly, they do the same thing and say it's valuable.
And then they shit on people who speak about it negatively, even though it's like, whoa, bro, like we have some serious problems here, and you are the cause of all these problems.
Yeah, it's nuts that they go, you can't produce any more of this yourself, but we're gonna devalue the stuff we already print and give to you the next year and the next year and the next year.
And they're just gonna continue to do it.
And we're just gonna continue to do it until you're broke and poor. And
well, then they try to they try to confuse you with big words. They try to bore you with lectures and seminars or whatever. Like,
it's all a distraction.
Yeah, like quantitative easing, quantitative tightening, all these things. It's like, we're printing money. Like, they won't just say that, right? Because then people will riot, and people will, apparently 2% is the number that they were trying to hold per year so that people wouldn't revolt. Now they've realized that they can push that number up to 6% per year, and people still aren't revolting. So what do you think is going to happen here? And I've been talking about this time and time again. Hyperinflation is here, okay? It's the beginning. It's happened to many other countries in the past, and we are seeing the signs in the West that all the other countries and all the other colonies and all the other empires saw in the past. This is nothing new. This is just basically based on history.
Well, and you can actually go see it yourself, just shopping online. When you go shop in another currency, Why is $100 Canadian, 10,000 of something else? Well, it's because their currency is valued, like it's devalued, right? It's so you need to.
Right, exactly. There's still real world evidence of it today.
Yeah, it's just people are so blinded by
that's
their own crap.
Not only that, like there's the majority of people in North America believe that North America is the only country in the world.
Yeah, no, they really do. It's like, have you ever looked at another culture or gone on the internet and looked?
Well, they have probably, but like they think it's fake or something, right? Like that's not real.
Yeah, like that's not how they really live over there. I was told something else by CNN.
Yeah, there's no way that's true. Well, that's another thing too, is anytime they do see something like that, it's just to scare them so that they don't go there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a reason, again, why they tell you certain things.
Well, it's funny too, because like there's a lot of stuff in the news lately about how negative Cuba is, and like don't go there. And I've actually heard older gentlemen that I know that were going to go there, like, oh, I canceled my trip, oh, I did this. I'm like, like I know a couple people in Cuba. I'm gonna make a few phone calls and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And I've reached out to those people and like, man, it's great. Yeah. I'm having a great time. The weather's awesome.
That's why they're telling people not to go.
Yeah, and he's like,
the people there are having a wonderful time.
Yeah,
they want to keep you away.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. Well, they just need to keep people in the West so that they have tax-paying revenue, right? Like more people that leave their country, because the government has no money.
Yeah, exactly.
The government doesn't make any money. They take money, so they need somebody to take it from. And so if you leave, they can't take it from you.
Well, that's what you're seeing in California with all the companies, right?
Right. So that's why they will tell you or have you believe that don't go there. There's things going on that you don't want to be a part of. You got to stay here, right? Like it's always been do as they do, not as they say. And you know that they're on jets all the time, going everywhere.
The crazy thing is, it's like, how many times do you need to be lied to by one person to be like, I'm going to stop believing every word you say to me?
Yeah, that is definitely very confusing for me too. Time and time again. I mean, I've only been alive for not even 4 decades, and I've only been like, coherent and able to vote for 2, and it's like, not even 2.
I'm like, man, well, that's enough not to do that. Like,
well, it's funny, like
you're lied to.
I saw a funny one the other day. Was like, growing up is realizing that voting is the equivalent to writing a letter to Santa.
Yeah.
It's like,
and as one who has worked in the voting system, yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I mean,
unless you're from Ontario.
The thing is
honest,
like
Ontario and Quebec decide.
I can't count them myself, so I don't trust them. Yeah. Plain and simple. If you put it on the blockchain and then you let me count it myself, then we'll have something there, right? Because
absolutely.
But why would they do that? I don't know. Blockchain's been around since 2009, and finally, I was just talking about this yesterday. The financial system is going to be on the blockchain pretty quick here,
and it's all because of AI. That's the other thing. Because of all the new AI scams, because of all the new AI crap on the blockchain, you can't cheat it. Yeah, you can't cheat it. So
and AI is aware of that too, so it's going to start calling people out when
it's just going to try to get you to give you all your info to get into your chain and take your crap. But that's the thing, you are in control, so don't ever give it out. Don't ever tell anybody anything about it. Don't ever tell anybody if you own any. Just keep it to yourself. This isn't anybody's business.
Stay humble, stack sats.
Yeah,
is the saying. And educate yourself, right? Like, don't believe people that are clearly lying to you. Another thing too is I find that a lot of people tend to look down. Like, why are you watching videos on the internet of people that are suffering? Why are you watching TV shows about 1,000-pound ladies? Like, no, like you should be watching people that are better than you. Look up. Yeah. Look up. Yeah. Always be looking up. And if you find yourself in a situation where you are the higher person and everyone's looking up to you, time to find a new crowd.
Yep.
Like, you need to start looking up, right? Always try and make sure that there's somebody you can learn from, somebody that you can continue to inspire you and bring you higher, or else you will never go anywhere, right?
No,
like,
you're going to be stuck in that simple routine
all those
and
shows,
never be happy and never break out, and it's the same cycle over and over and over, and you'll just pass it along.
They call it a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
No, you gotta get back your freedom. That, I mean, and it wasn't even too long ago that people had it, right? I mean, in the 90s, in the early 2000s. This is why everybody talks about the 90s and the 2000s like it was great, because it was not long ago when we were able to just live a normal life. Everything has changed that quick.
Well, you know what's funny too? It's like right around 2000, I guess, like George W. Bush Jr. maybe. I don't know. Like presidents used to be like actual like JFK. We're talking about we're talking about you know, smart people,
not Hollywood.
Exactly. Now it's just a show, plain and simple. It's theater.
Oh yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Theater.
Yeah, because it's a way to control the people.
You don't have to buy a ticket to go see the show anymore. It's just put in front of you constantly.
And back in 2000, you honestly didn't know who liked and who didn't like George Bush. Everybody kept that to themselves.
Yeah, well, it's funny because that's another thing too that I kind of disagree with. That they were always talking about like, oh, you should keep politics to yourself and blah blah blah. Now it's like it's all over the place. But I mean, I feel like if we have a democracy, there should be discussion amongst the people. Like that's
absolutely
right. But you can't let it get emotional. It has to be logical.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody's in there freaking holding up a sign saying, like just like getting crazy and literally losing their mind over things, it's like, whoa, you can't be here. We cannot have you in this discussion.
Oh.
You're purely emotion, and someone's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, well, in life,
get out of here.
In life, what we used to have growing up was we had a center that everyone agreed on. There was just a basic principle of life that everybody kind of followed. And then you had your political left or right, and whichever way you voted, you gave a crap. It was peaceful, and people voted and kept their mouths shut, and I'm sure all the adults had discussions and stuff, but as children, we were pretty blind to it.
Oh, absolutely.
But, it didn't, I can definitely say that I never once heard my parents ever say, I'm not friends with them because they're a liberal or they're a conservative or,
actually dividing.
They're like, who gives
Proof
a
of
shit?
division.
You know what they would say? They'd go, that guy's a little bit of a nut job. He voted for blah, 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 and just kind of laugh about it, right? And it used to be a joke. Now, I mean, people are almost killed. I mean, well, I think they are. They're killing people over
absolutely.
It. It's ridiculous.
It's created civil war, but that's chaos is profitable, so they don't mind it whatsoever, right? But it's bad. Let's just be honest. Like, numbers don't lie. People lie. Numbers don't lie. And the numbers say the liberal government has ruined Canada.
Oh yeah.
It is what it is. And I'm not saying like could have gone the same. Maybe if we were conservative, because of currency debasement, it could have gone the same. Honestly, I don't think whether red or blue doesn't really make a difference when you're fighting currency debasement. It's a lose-lose battle.
Government, it's
But unfortunately, the liberals print way more money and give away way more stimulus, which makes people weaker and inflates the dollar. So, like, that is not good.
No.
You need to starve people until the point where they're like, shit, well, I guess I got to get off the couch. Right? Because the more you allow people to be on the couch, the worse your country gets.
Well, how does civilization build if you're just sitting your ass
exactly.
on the couch
Well, for
day?
one, the people that sit on the couch, they're not contributing, right? So the people that, and then two, the people that work, they're like, well, screw this. I'm not going to hold everything on my shoulder. So they're just going to leave, right? But they're those people with principles that are still going to work hard. They're just going to leave the country and go somewhere else because there's other places that aren't like that. There's other places where they can provide value and not have to pay 60% tax on everything and actually there's actually countries out there that will welcome them because they need to build, right?
Hell, Japan apparently pays you.
Well, pretty much every country will pay an immigrant to come to their country, right?
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
Like if you, I see Instagram ads that telling me to come to Sweden because I'm a mid-30s male with with drive. It's like, oh, come here, we'll pay you $2,000 a month and house you so you can work and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well that's a catch-22 because I'd be leaving a country that's providing that to other people.
Yeah,
and it's weakening
screw the other people.
It's weak. Well, we're all in a losing battle. The currency debasement, just like Charlie Munger said, all this democracy is dying, and if not already dead, until
it is. We're in a transition period over the next 5 to 10 years into a new currency.
Well, we have our savior,
Bitcoin,
mined today. The 20th million Bitcoin has now been mined. The remaining 1 million Bitcoin will take 114 years to produce.
And you guys have no idea how important that is.
Let's just watch this scale. Nice tunes, bro. Bitcoin price up here, first halving, years down here, right? This is so it took that long for 50%, right? And then it takes this long. This is explaining the halving cycle.
And this is explaining how value grows over time perfectly with a limited supply.
Yeah.
If this was unlimited, it would be reversing. You would actually be seeing it go from right to left.
Which we see with the any fiat currency. It's the complete opposite, right? It goes to zero.
It all starts out high and then it drops to zero.
Right, so we got 2010 here, and we're all the way to 2026 now, and we've mined 20 million Bitcoin. Now the next 1 million is going to take 114 years from now, right? Because half-life, you're talking elements or whatever that have half-life. You know, you have half-life, how it just keeps going. It takes longer and longer each time. And so I hope you get the idea. Like,
I think I've said this before. The idea is that basically, rather than $1 buying, $1 one year, taking $1.25 to buy the same thing the following year, in Bitcoin it would be
it's opposite.
Yeah, it'd be $1 to buy it this year, and then it would be 75 cents the following year to buy it.
On average, of course, because we are still maturing as a market and we still have volatility. So it's not always going to be the case year after year, but on an average basis, it's an average of 100% per year, and still holding that average. So if we look, and that's what we plan long term, but honestly, like we've been saying, this it's getting down to the wire here. People who are betting on fiat currency are on thin ice. Thin ice. You can see it with the price of gold. You can see it with the price of absolutely everything else. Actually, let's remember what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Let's have a look at the S&P. How's the S&P doing? Oh, shit. A little bit of an jump up today, but there was a gap over the weekend, so it's filled that gap. And now it's coming back down. But yeah, like we were here a couple weeks ago saying this looks very toppish. Very toppish. And so here we are again, right around tax season again, where we saw the last dip. Let's go back a little bit more. This was last year, right? Yeah, around the same time. And that's for, company buybacks, man. Like they do the same thing over and over again because it balances the books. So look, there's a good chance that something's going to happen like that. Yeah. But then look what happened for the remainder of the year. So investing, DCAing has always been the most profitable thing. You don't need to trade. You don't need to learn how to. Start to DCA and then everything else will come to you. Yeah. But from the top of this last year's high to the low, let's see, we went down 20%. We went down 20% in like 100 or 30. So it's only 30 days, like a month.
Yeah, well,
a month and a half of downward price action, and then we go back up again. So
that's nothing.
If we give this one another month, from the high, and that wasn't, you notice the high wasn't quite where it started dropping. We go 20%. Let's be a little conservative and go 18%, and then that's 70 days. So 40 days, 30 days, somewhere around S&P 500 being 57, and they'll call that a crash, which it will be. I guess it'll be a correction.
A correction, not a crash.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, that's where they also language really gets to scare people.
Yeah, exactly. Manipulate. And let's just see though, like last time.
That's the other thing is
we had a correction. We didn't quite come back down. We still haven't hit that, taken out this high though.
But that's why you gotta.
We took out that low.
When you're investing, you gotta be investing for a couple years. This isn't get rich quick over a month. It's not I'm gonna invest 10 grand and be 100K richer.
No, it just helps you. Yeah. It helps you gain value with your work instead of lose value with your work.
It's a great account to small savings account.
Dow Jones. These are all traditional stocks.
Yeah.
They are due for a pullback because they've been basically the meme coins of the last few months. And I've been saying for quite a while now that, oh, nice, we held there. This is looking pretty good. Come on, baby. Come on, buck. Come on up. Curl on up. Little trigger wave there. Curl on up. What are we up? $5. Oh, man. Still right at the entry there, basically. But If you look at Bitcoin, we've been calling top since, well, we've been calling like top-ish since July, but really like October, this right here was our clear top.
Yeah.
And it's the leading indicator. So all the other traditional stock market stuff, you have to go through a broker, and the broker has to go through their company, and the company has to approve it, and all this stuff has to happen before you can actually, so you might get your money, but the way that the bank and all traditional finance works is it's all on an IOU basis. It's okay, we can do this now, but it's not actually happening. The transaction isn't happening. We just are lining it up, and we have to get to it when we get to it, right? With Bitcoin and all blockchain technology, as soon as you make that transaction, it happens. As soon as I send you $1 million in Bitcoin, you have it in 30 seconds. And not only do you have it in 30 seconds, you can send it to somebody else in 30 seconds.
And no middleman taking his cut.
And that's the thing. Like, if you try to send any amount of money with the bank on a wire transfer, it takes probably 5 to 7 business days for them to even get it. And then probably 5 to 7 business days for it to clear that account. And another 5 to 7 business days for you to send it to somebody else. So you're talking about a month for you to try and move money to A to B to C. And with Bitcoin and any decentralized blockchain technology token, you can do it in a matter of minutes.
And you're in control. When the bank's sending it, do you know how many people are going through that, or it's going through some sort of chain, and they screw up all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. And how many
especially
times?
Now.
Oh, I got to go back and deal. Well, there's no calling the blockchain. There's no screw up on the blockchain. There's not. The only screw up will be you inputting the address wrong.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you do it wrong.
So this is all on you.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you want. And I mean, unless you are the type of person who wants somebody else to take care of them,
But this is just what I'm saying, like leading indicator, man. Bitcoin is liquid. It what happens in a month in the traditional finance can happen in minutes. So here you go. Here we are looking at Bitcoin compared to S&P 500, and it is taking a month. This was Bitcoin was 3 months ago now, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
So we're talking about minutes here. This is 4 minutes for Bitcoin, or it could be 4 months for S&P and the Nasdaq, right? This could be finally it's starting to come down. And look, there's a high volume node right down there. So maybe S&P comes down to 6K, which was the former high. That would make sense. S&P down here, maybe a bit of wiggle room, but like ultimately from the top to the bottom, and give it a few months, say April, May. Let's just put a little target down here and see if she hits. Put another one.
Pretty good at these predictions. So.
Well, it's just based off the charts. All I'm doing is just showing you, like, right? This is where a lot of people were transacting, and we broke out, and then it would just make sense to come back down and hit that level. Really, it's kind of an inefficiency here as well. So we probably, there'll be jogs along the way.
Yeah.
Unless there's some sort of news, and it's just
the end of that one.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of news, you never know, right? It's just going to be, you have to just kind of pay attention to the things on the regular basis if you want to, in-term trading. But long term, come on, take that liquidity. Long term, it's like this is kind of where we would consider a buying opportunity. And actually, I'm not ever going to buy the S&P 500 personally, but I just like to use it as a reference. This is what I've been keeping my eye on. This is, again, Vanguard Canadian High Dividend Yield Index ETF. Finally seeing some sort of correction here.
Yeah, this is what we went through this too.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye on this. So this one here looks like at least come down to here. This would be nice. If we can maybe have a little bounce up to there, and then maybe come down to here. I'm buying down here.
Yeah, if it comes down there, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested in this for sure. Where's my rectangle? Let's put a little, we're gonna put a little rectangle right around here for this guy. And it's crazy because it's up at like $65 right now, and this is all the way down at $50. So that's
a big percentage.
Sees yeah, for DCA range. So we're gonna DCA right in there, and we're gonna put an alert on that so we don't miss it. Entering rectangle, definitely paying attention to that. And what's that gonna be for drawdown? That is going to be approximately 20%, 20-25%, right? Like that's probably,
Perfect.
yeah, it's really nice. Honestly, that'd be a great
For something
scenario.
like that, yeah, a 25% that's a great buy opportunity.
So I'd be looking for, that's what I'm looking for this. And again, we were talking about it. It's a dividend stock, so you get paid every month, if not every 3 months. Got to check and make sure and see what it is. It doesn't say whether it's quarterly or it's monthly, but I was looking at it before and I think it's monthly. But 99.5% Canadian stocks, and it's got, looks like a little bit of bond and cash and other. 100% North American, but it is 100% Canadian. Ooh, it's at a strong sell today. That's funny. It was neutral yesterday.
That's because they want it back.
Well, I mean, it's just like it's rolling over, and this is a technical indicator, so it's seeing that this was probably the top.
So still sell while it's a little high.
Yeah, well, of course, right? If you've been in for a long time, it's a great time to take profits, right? You can take profits this whole way, and it's fine because look, we have massive bear div here. We had a pretty strong pump there, but then it flattened out and made an even higher pump on the price, but the actual momentum is nowhere near, and now we're actually losing these lows here. So the yellow line coming through, losing it and actually getting quite far away. This is a sign of weakness, money flow trending out. So yeah, like just kind of like what we've been saying for a while now, it's markets are due for a correction, and now is the time to be paying attention to this, because if you want to DCA into anything, this is where the money's made, man. You make money when you buy, because if you can't sell at a profit, if you buy too high, you can't sell the profit. So if you can't sell the profit, you can't make any money. So
if you're selling at a high, you're gonna have to wait another few years, right?
Yeah, well, that's just it. Time is everything.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but there is no get rich quick. Don't be following the trends going, well, stocks are doing well now, so I'm getting out of crypto because it's low. Well, no, you should be reversing it, getting out of stocks and putting it into crypto right now.
So this video that we watched earlier, I asked Grok.
What, did that say 2002?
2022.
Oh, 22.
Yeah. What year is this? What was inflation then compared to now? And given those numbers, what can we expect moving forward on a year-to-year basis? Let's see what it came up with. The clip is from February 16th, 2022, Daily Journal annual meeting, which he is the owner of. Daily Journal, Charlie Munger is the CEO. US CPI inflation 7.9% year over year, then rose to 9.1%. Holy Jesus. Where's the 2% goal there, guys?
Yeah. There's
12 months.
There's 5 years of your life gone.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. The latest 12 month through January 26 is back down to 2.4 year over year. Forward consensus forecast 2.5 to 2.8 for 2026, easing towards the Fed's 2% target by 2028 per CBO Trading Economics. Long-term risks remain if spending/debt outpaces growth, which it will.
Yeah.
Aligning with Munger's broader caution. Yeah, so it's so funny how like the numbers that they like. Look at this. It's saying right here that we were in 22. Which we were 2020 and 2020 was 2020. 2021 was when it got really bad, and 2020 is now saying it was approximately 8 to 9% inflation per year. Wow, that is terrible.
Can you imagine losing 10% of your value every year?
And that's exactly what's happening. That's what they don't say. Like inflation is just like you said. You're losing your value.
That's nuts. Your $100 is now 90. And next year,
in 1 year.
Next year, yeah, your 90s 80, and then
So the question is, has your wage gone from $30 to 33, 34, right? Because that would be 10%, right? Or $3.
You need the 34. You got to go up to $4.
Yeah, like has it? I mean, if it has, then you are not making any more money.
No.
Right? If you actually got a raise, then you need to go from 30 to 37. That's an actual raise. That might actually change. But this is, again, this is CPI inflation, so that's not everything included. There's certain numbers that they actually add and take out every single time they do these, because there's certain things like, oh, if we had a storm, we can't have crops in there because the crops are heavily affected by the storm, so that will offset our numbers and stuff like that. So they constantly make excuses
Yeah, they make up lies
to remove the high numbers and use the lowest they can, and they still came up with 8%, and that means like,
because I actually think it was like 20%.
there was certain things, absolutely, there was definitely certain things that were in the high 20s.
That's because I remember talking about that, and I've seen a chart on that, and there was one year, I think it was like 20.9 or just 21% that it was ridiculous.
And so this was hype. Baseball news.
Yeah, not stoked on whoever bought my Satoshi Nakamoto.
So this is if you don't know who this is Vlad Guerrero Jr. He's a beauty. Blue Jay, playing for Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic, and at yesterday's press conference, he wore a Satoshi Nakamoto shirt. Right on, brother. Right on. I like to see that. Vladdy is a beauty, all this through and through. That was hype. So is that the reason for this morning's pump? Oh my God, we're dumping. Is that the reason for this morning's pump? Vlad Guerrero Jr.
No, that's what we should start doing. Just start sending celebs Bitcoin stuff to wear and pump the price up.
Well, I mean, the thing is that they are the ones that need to protect their value more than anything, because at a percentage basis, they lose way more value because they have way more money. So they need...
yeah, that's right. That's the other thing that people don't understand too. It's like, your $100 is down to $10, but imagine your million being down to 900.
Yeah,
How
right.
pissed you'd be.
Exactly.
Especially if you have a certain type of lifestyle that you're used to making.
Exactly. So there you go, through and through. Like, there's proof right there. Somebody who makes, I think he signed a $500 million contract with the Blue Jays, and that's through 2032, I think, or 2035. Correct me on that if you know the answer. But anyways, large amount of money, very high reason to protect it. Probably has the best financial advisors in the world, and they are telling him
on his shirt.
They are telling him if he's not figuring out for himself, which he probably is. He seems like a pretty smart guy. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. But when you have that amount of money, you need to be serious. And that's why most people don't care, because most people don't have any money. So their inflation, oh shit, my pack of cigarettes went up a few bucks, right? That's what inflation is to them.
A few bucks, man. A pack of cigarettes used to be I think it's like $35 now for a pack of smokes.
That's crazy.
I don't smoke anymore, but I remember
when I bought cigarettes in high school, and I only bought cigarettes to sell them. I would buy them $10 a pack, and I would sell the cigarettes $1 each, and I would double my money.
Yeah,
easy, and I would do it easy. Go to the smoke pit, and I buy two packs of smokes before school, and I go to the smoke pit, and both those packs would be gone before lunch. Easy. And I would double my money, and I would, it's like,
used to do that with the cutting the vending machines out too, right? You'd go to a store and buy something in bulk and sell the pops for $1 a piece too. And
yeah, exactly. Stand beside the vending machine.
Yeah, well,
and offer a cheaper price.
Jacked all their prices up, I remember that. We were all pissed. It was like,
well, that's just it. And people that have the attitude like that and the awareness, then you're gonna make the money, man. Like, when people are getting gouged, provide a solution for that, and they will take it. Nobody wants to get screwed over, right? So if you're sitting there saying I can save you like $1 or $2, they're gonna take it. And guess what? You're still doubling your money.
Yeah.
Because you were the one that went out and you made it. It was inconvenient for you, but you made it convenient for them. So you get to make the money, because convenience kills.
That's what Bitcoin tries to bring back, is putting it in your hands. Yeah, sure, things might be a little inconvenient for you because it's not just done, but you're in control. You own it. I would much rather own it than have convenience given to me and just give everything away.
It's getting more and more convenient every day.
That's the problem.
But it's okay in this case, because it's true. Like, it's true convenience. It's not the only reason that convenience kills now is because we mark up the convenience. So if you go to Co-op and you want to buy a pop, well, you're going to pay $5 for that pop. If you want to go to a superstore and buy a flat of them, you're going to pay $20, but that's only 50 cents
a pop,
roughly per pop, right? So the fact that you're only buying one in the convenience store, that's their markup is what's caused the problem.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I mean. Like, convenience is kind of killing, right? It's just that quick thing that you're looking for that used to be cheap now is not cheap.
Yeah. But with Bitcoin, it's convenient, but there's no markup. It's true. So it's in 2009 all the way to about 2015, there was no such thing as like apps and exchanges. You had to mine or you had to code. And so
I remember first hearing about it and going, "What nutbag would buy a digital coin?"
Or go to certain websites that would do it for you, right?
Blockchain. It was just I heard of Bitcoin.
Yeah. Of course. And now people are starting to realize that blockchain was actually the thing that is going to change the world. Blockchain is changing the world. You definitely want to educate yourself on the blockchain part of it. Bitcoin is just the first evidence that we have of blockchain technology working, and it's worked very well. There's been no issues in the whole time since its inception. No hacks, no lies, no cheats. It continues to run 24/7, 365. Even that extra day on a leap year, nothing with no problems. So
and that's kind of what I mean by like when Bitcoin, investing in it, it's the blockchain, it's the technology, because that's the future.
We're not going back to candlelights. Right?
No,
we're not going back to horse and buggy.
And with the inception of AI and how far that's going to be coming along in 5 years.
Well, AI can't use cash.
You need blockchain to verify that everybody is a human who you're actually talking to, because again, we don't live in the 1950s where we just go down the road and talk to someone. Everything's over the internet, and with AI, well, you're gonna have to be verified.
Another thing with it too is that what most people don't understand is that we already have like Siri and Bixby and all these like assistants in your phone, but they're not quite there yet. But once you have an actual AI agent where you can go, "Hey Siri, can you find me tickets, the best price tickets and the best seats for the Toronto Blue Jays game in Seattle this July?" And like right now, if you say that, it's going to give you a bunch of websites that you can click on and try and find, right? But if you have an AI agent, which is already available if you want to code it, but this will become readily available for everybody very quickly. It will actually do that for you, buy them, and put them in your wallet.
Yeah.
Like literally everything. Okay, and so it's not going to be able to use cash. And are you going to give it all the stuff that you need to go into your bank account?
Well, and
it's probably going to be able to get in there anyways.
It's basically a bot. It's basically making bot technology just accessible to us, people who didn't know how to set up bots or how to get all this automation going. And now we can just prompt it into an AI thing and basically give it our online lives to say, take control and do what I need doing, and I don't want to spend my time doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And what it's going to say is that you're going to need crypto to do it.
Yeah,
because first of all, even if it could get into your bank, which it could, it's not going to want to, because it's like that stuff takes forever, and I have to deal with people on the other end. I want to use crypto so that I can verify it myself and get it done instantly. They're all about efficiency.
It's already shown you that by putting the two AIs talking to each other. They created their own damn language so they could communicate faster.
Exactly, because English was too much.
They thought it was stupid.
Exactly, right? And so that you got to understand that these are robots, and they are not going to use cash. They are not going to use fiat currency. They don't use English.
No, like in 10 years when I got...
This is who you're competing against.
Yeah, when I got C-3PO beside me, he's not sending him to the store cash.
It's a pretty crazy time to be alive. And just like we've been saying, 2026 is going to be wild. And of course, to build anything new, most of the time, especially when there's an existing building or system, you need to break it down, demolish, managed decline before you can build up the new one. So this is what's happening with everything.
That's why you're being distracted with everything else.
Yeah. Managed decline is a pretty common term in business when it comes to a breaking point. It's like, okay, well, we haven't been able to, we're not going to make it, but we can't just shut the doors.
Chaos,
because exactly right. So we have to do a managed decline, which is where we already know that we are not going to make it, but we can't just close the doors. So we have to figure out a way how we can, unfortunately mislead people and lie. And
because the same people who control the system right now want to control the new one. They don't want a new era of people coming in and running the world, right? This has been a family thing for how long, whatever other crap they got going on. So they're trying to manage the decline right now, keep everyone busy and occupied.
Distracted.
And in, like I said, by 2030, 2035, we'll be in a very different place.
Well, the unfortunate thing is now is your chance, right? And if you're not paying attention now, that window will close. Right now you can go on an exchange and you can buy Bitcoin. I don't think that will be the case in 15 years.
No,
you won't
absolutely
be able to buy Bitcoin.
No.
Like it'll be for what
locked to certain people to purchase and sell.
For one, there's lots of people that are already trying to buy it all because they know that's the case, right?
Sailor.
Exactly. And Sailor bought another, 1,000 something Bitcoin this morning too.
Right? That's the other thing just watch him too.
Yeah, he's DCAing in mass amounts, but it's like the fact that you can do that right now and still people don't understand how to like have a crypto wallet at all. It's like, man, well, you are the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to rely on somebody else to do it for you, and that's never going to change because you were too lazy to figure it out when you had the chance.
And what are the chances that the thing is all of us kind of had to figure it out ourselves? And yes, we probably had somebody help us along the way, steer us in the right direction, but we had the drive to actually go out and learn it and dive more into it and things like that. Like, I'm always willing to help somebody set up their account and get into it, but I'm not doing this for you.
That's just it. There's a difference between helping somebody and doing it for them. And then not only that, doing it for them and charging them to do it for them, right? Which most of the financial advice
what the financial
you get
system is.
Is no, we'll help you, but it costs. And it's
and we don't even know what we're talking about. So.
Yeah. And honestly, even if they do, they probably lie or mislead you and do what's beneficial for them over what's beneficial for you.
Yes.
Because guess what? They're the ones doing it, so why?
It's their paycheck.
Oh, but
they're just handling your money.
They've got such a nice suit, and they've got flowers on their desk, and they've got a cool fountain in the front foyer. Yeah, that was all bought with your money.
Yeah. And then you complain about the taxes you pay too. Meanwhile, this guy's like ripping you off more than you know.
Yeah, it's not good, but the thing is that this is your chance. So take advantage of it while you can, because the traditional markets are starting to go down. We're starting to see them roll over. We know Bitcoin's been rolling over for a while. Is Bitcoin going to make a local low here? Let's talk about some short to medium term Bitcoin analysis here. Let's go to Bitcoin. And we're going to let's go to this chart here. No, too messy. Do I have another one?
I was going to say.
I got so many charts.
You got so many lines on that.
Let's see here. What is this one? This is just the index. So just looking at what do we have here? January. Oh, this is the one we were looking at the January's on. Oh yeah, and look what we said. January red probably goes down, and she dumped head. If we go and take our fib from our low here to our high here, we were looking at this before, I think too. We are still holding this 786, which should act as strong support.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It is. Every time we've gone down, it's been bought back up real quick, and even just now,
I'm buying it too.
I mean, it's in our DCA zone, right? And so that's why we're buying it.
And anytime I'm getting this alert where it's like, oh, hit this price again.
But one of the other things that I wanted to point out, which I pointed out yesterday, I don't know if you saw, but like money flow is very low in the red here, very low. I mean, it could still come down, and it could still easily make it could come up here and still easily make another low before moving higher. But
well, I just got the alert, up 5.48% in the last 24 hours.
Oh yeah, from Wealth.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a notification there too. But the thing is that like this is like an area of clear, like people are paying attention.
Yeah, because we've been bouncing up and down these 5% things quite a bit, to be honest. I mean, I get the alerts.
Yeah, if we get a nice little rejection here and we can't get above the 786, say like this high right here.
No, I'll guarantee you people are selling right now with this with this little spike. So you're gonna see it. I think you're gonna see a dip later on. You might see it go a little higher, but
yeah, if we can't get back above here, then there's likely to make a lower low. But if we make a lower low with momentum and money flow coming up, because we've already made a huge dip, like look at this money flow is huge in the red, and we haven't gone down really. That we've been going sideways.
I think you're gonna
money
see
flow has
coming in
like
real soon.
like look how much money flew out, and like it's still sideways.
Yeah.
It's like for us to find a case where money flow is that low, we have to go. This is the daily. So we're September 23, nothing. The last bear market that we had, the whole last bear market that we had in 2022, we didn't even come this low.
Wow.
And nothing there, nothing there.
Going back before I was into it.
Now we're back to 2020. So the massive crash that shook the world, not even close. This one here, we almost got close just before that, and that was the bottom before the massive manipulation and then the bing bong. But still didn't hit the oversold there, the 70% line. Just about hit it here, and that was the bottom for this bear market in 2018.
And then what did it do next?
And then it went up, quite a bit. It went from roughly $3,000 to $20,000. No?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to
13?
see that, but I think you're just going to see it kind of stabilize maybe.
Well, the crazy thing is that like with this much money, like because at this price it takes more money to move the price. So that's record outflows for Bitcoin right there as far as total dollar value. Absolutely. And I think I saw it there. Yeah, okay. So we're all the way back to 2014.
Probably you could even really.
Well, this is when it was less than $1,000, right?
Yeah.
So it was really easy for money to flow out when it's less than $1,000 per coin, because this is based on the average on a volume weighted price. So it's a lot easier to dump $1 million and have the volume weighted average brought down, right? But when you're dumping $1 million and the price is 60,000, well, it's not going to affect it as much.
No, yeah, it's nothing.
So like this is just what I'm like. This is something to pay attention to, because it's it could be pretty close to a bottom. I kind of still in the camp that we're going to go lower, but like that is.
I think you already called it, to be honest.
That is
this. We've already hit the 64. It was like what 64.9.
Well, we hit 60K here. Like this bottom right here was 60K.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the day I was doing my buybacks on this big red candle here.
Well, there you
I was
go.
telling people like, and so yeah, I'm still in the green on all those buybacks.
I think I just personally think that this is the bottom. Whether we keep dipping down and up a bit, I mean, who knows? It might be 58, 57.
Well, still just so early in the year that I wouldn't be surprised if we come back up. If we come
and then try to go back into a bear market for the rest of the year type of thing.
It depends on like the news, right? And because the narrative is going to control everything. So if we do break above and say we can hold this as resist or support, then maybe we do come back up to 85 and retest this area here.
Yeah.
And then, if we can't get above that, well then we're looking at
it's kind of just staying
new
around
low.
Here, yeah.
This is why this is our DCA zone.
Yeah, because
right?
this is a great time to buy.
Yeah, it's just
buying at 120,000 is not a great time to buy.
No,
that's a great time to sell.
Yeah.
So I mean, whether it's 85 or 60,000, it's a great time to buy between those prices.
Yeah. So if we go back to this one, that's why we have the zone here. As soon as we broke into it, it doesn't really matter what price does. And if we break out of it, then we're not going to buy up here.
Yeah.
We're going to wait and see if it comes back down, which it probably will. And that's just, that's how you approach with the DCA.
Yeah, if it goes back up, I feel like it's going back down. You
Well, it's just we haven't been down for very long. A typical bear market has always been
quite a while,
a year. And so if we can't, oh no, we're breaking out of my channel here. I'm gonna have to close this. I'm gonna have to get wrecked. Oh yeah, we're getting wrecked. Getting wrecked. Couldn't hold it. So yeah, Monday morning, false move Monday. False move Monday. Flipping short. Should we flip short? What are we down here? Down $3. We had it. We had it. Had a little bounce there, but then, well, we gotta come back up a little bit and test these EMAs here if we can't get back up above them. What else do we got here? Got a little trend line here, it looks like. A little something there. Maybe we can come back up and say hello to this guy. And on the down, yeah, not much there. Not much there if you're looking at a channel. Hopefully that holds right about
give
there.
A shout out to Well Simple. Maybe they'll upgrade my account here, but they've just added in. We can finally deposit cash in an account now.
Oh really? Like a paycheck?
Apparently, you got to go to Canada Post.
Oh really? You can't like just scan it? I figured that was gonna come eventually.
I thought we were just gonna be able to do it at banks because they run all the credit card payments. Like when I pay my credit card through them, they run it through a random bank. Like it might be RBC one time, and it might be another one.
Right, because they're a broker, right?
Yeah.
Exchange. Yeah, so they find the better, whatever's got the best rate or whatever.
Yeah, no, which is great. I've really loved Well Simple since you set me up on.
Yeah, Well Simple's pretty dope. The only thing I don't like it, they've stopped their rewards program.
Yeah.
Because we knew that was going to happen. We knew it wasn't sustainable.
Oh no!
You can't be giving away Bitcoin like that.
That was to get people on their platform. You know, luckily we got to take advantage of that for quite a while.
Yeah.
If you're getting into it now, it's still a great platform, but yeah, no, you definitely don't kind of get those.
Yeah, you don't get the perks. You don't get the perks that you used to get. The best case scenario, though, if you are looking into it, I do believe I have a link in the description below, and use that affiliate link, and you will get $25 of Bitcoin. I still believe that is still a thing. You can't. The Bitcoin credit card isn't giving 1% rewards in Bitcoin anymore, or any crypto for that matter. They're giving a percentage of cash back, but it's lower. It's pretty typical to the bank. Honestly, it doesn't outperform, but
it's still better than
you can hold assets, and you can also, well, the thing is that you can trade now on Well Simple. You can now buy put options, so you can still short the market through Well Simple if you want to, which is not something a bank would never allow you to do. With a bank, you can only invest and go long, but if you see weakness, they won't. First of all, you try to take your money out when you see weakness, they're going to stop you from doing that, not allow you to do that. And actually, massive news with BlackRock on Friday. Lots of people tried to withdraw their money from BlackRock's ETF, and they, I think they had like a 9%.
Failure?
No, they had a 9% want. Like 9% of the money was being eligible or was being asked back. And because it just happens, people asking, and it got to the point where it was at 9% pending orders, and then they just stopped it at 5%. So if you didn't get your money before that 5%, then your order never got filled, and they just stopped allowing people to sell.
And this is why you do it yourself.
And exactly right. So that's through IBIT, through the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, which means you're not buying Bitcoin, you're buying shares to their Bitcoin, which is insane to me.
You know what? I would love to do that. You want to buy shares to my Bitcoin?
Yeah, well, that's just it, right?
Give me money so I can buy more Bitcoin.
Well, that's what Michael Saylor's doing, right? I'll buy Bitcoin, you buy the shares. You give me the money, I'll take the risk. But it's like, what's the risk?
Yeah.
Of buying Bitcoin. Wait a minute. If you don't understand it, I guess there's a risk, because there's been a underlying idea that it's risky, but it's like, I don't know, man. Fiat currency seems a lot more riskier to me than Bitcoin.
If I was a lot more educated in blockchain and Bitcoin in 2019, I'd be 5 years ahead of where I am right now, which would end up probably being like 20 years ahead. You know?
Well, that's just it, though. Compounds.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You got to start somewhere.
It's the being uneducated that kills you.
Absolutely.
Educate yourself on the subject, on what you're using to purchase it, and all these other things. This is kind of why it's like use Simple, use Ledger. Use a ledger that doesn't have Bluetooth, so somebody can't just walk up and hook up to your device or any, right? You want to kind of keep those things private.
Yeah. Stay humble, stack sats. You got some time for some golden tea or what?
Oh, absolutely. Let's
well, sorry.
I've seen the golden tea on Mondays lately, so I needed to join in for a Monday
I try to do a
round.
lunch break golden tea, and we're right around noon right now, so we should do a nice golden tea sesh. I've had some regulars hop in on the golden tea, the Monday golden tea lunch break, so we're gonna get to that. So yeah, if you want to watch some golden tea and some more discussion about Bitcoin and other stuff, hop on over to that in a few minutes. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything extreme happening. Sorry, you didn't see much of a trade here. We're in the green for a bit, we're in the red for a bit, we're in the green. I'm just going to kind of let this one go.
Not too much.
But hop on over to the Golden Tea stream here in a few minutes, and we'll keep you updated on the trade. Right, folks? Make sure you have a good day. Get outside, touch a tree. Balance your energy. I know, it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
We are from Canada. We do live in igloos.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing a sweater.
Yeah, I got a toque on today. I don't know why.
Got a toque.
Spring.
I had maple syrup for breakfast.
Yeah.
Straight out of a tree. Straight out of my tree. Maple tree I tapped in the backyard.
Oh, my igloo's built right around mine.
Nice. All right, folks. Peace out. Have a good day. Do your own research, not financial advice.
See you later.
I recommend putting your opinions aside and learning how to think logically